All right, coming to you again live from my backyard. Wanted to give you a little bit more information. A video or two ago, I talked a little bit about how real estate fees are built into the price of your home. When you're selling your home by owner, you a lot of times don't realize that your real estate fees are built into the value of your home. And if you can sell your home without paying real estate fees, you win. And a lot of people like to try that. I don't have a problem with that. I think it's a great thing to do, to give you the experience of what it's like for us as real estate agents to find you that right buyer, that right one. And it's difficult sometimes to be able to find the right person for your home. The disadvantage you have as a seller selling for sale by owner is you don't have the visibility and the marketing to get your property out there in front of so many people that you find that right one. You have a sign sitting out in your front yard. You're not able to move the house around town like you do sometimes a car. You can park it in this parking lot, that parking lot, this sign on it, that sign on it. No, your home, you got a sign out in the front of your house that says for sale by owner, which number one scares a lot of people because they feel like, okay, I want to buy this house, but I don't have the first clue what to do. And many times the sellers don't have a clue what to do. Somebody walks through their home and says, okay, I like it. They don't have a clue how to find the paperwork, how to determine what the next step is. And so that's why we as real estate agents come in so handy to be able to help walk through that process. And so a lot of times there's buyers who do look for those types of properties. They're called investors, and the investors watching out for one person, them. They're not making sure that you get the absolute most for your property. They're watching out for them. They want your equity, and that's why they look for sale by owners that don't know what they're doing, so that they can hopefully take advantage of their equity in their behalf. So, I want to talk a little bit about this value that the real estate fees are built into the property. And the reason I say this is because when you get your home appraised for value, the appraiser uses the homes in the MLS for the most part. There are situations and times where an appraiser will use a property that a builder will give them to show them that the value of the property is this and this, because they've sold other homes that may or may not be on the MLS, and they want to keep their values up, and so they'll identify to the appraiser, and they will show them all the paperwork showing that a builder has sold this home for this amount of money. And it basically boils down on a price per square foot basis. So what an appraiser will do is he will go through and find other comparable homes that have sold in the neighborhood within the last 90 days, and they try to stay within a few blocks of the home and try to find the same type of home, the same style of home, close to the same age, close to the same square footage, close to the same acreage. And then they'll say, okay, these three homes right here have sold. They've already been determined what the value is because a buyer has been willing to pay that price for that home. So that home now has a value that I can use to determine what somebody is willing to pay. The buyer's been willing to pay for that property. And so they go in and say, okay, 3,000 square foot divided by this price, that means that this house is worth $200 per square foot. That means that your home, if he's trying to find a value for your home, is worth $200 per square foot. Oh, but you have a pool in your backyard, or you have 3 fireplaces instead of 2. Then he'll go through and say, okay, well, let's take out this value for this fireplace on some of the other ones, or yours, or they just, that is a whole different science. It's a 4-year degree to get an appraiser's license. There's lots of different rules that they use because the banks rely on them to tell them the value of this property that they're lending their money on. And so your price per square foot on your house is what the value of your house is worth. I know it's easy to say, oh yeah, it's worth $300,000. Really, in all reality, it's worth this much price per square foot. And my job as a real estate agent is to find out approximately what your values are and help you see that, so that when I put your house on the market, we have the ability to, you start a little bit high, but then you come down fairly quick, and to be able to make sure you got the highest price you possibly can. And there's more coaching to come to you with that, about that through this process as we go through and start selling your home. But just to kind of give you a little bit of heads up, those real estate fees are built into the price of your home. At the price that you sell it for, it's going to have to be appraised, and that appraiser will typically use 6% real estate fees as part of the value of your home. So if you like this information, like and subscribe. Please reach out to friends or family and share this information with them. If you feel like it's something you got something out of, or you feel like you have a friend or family member that could use this information, or that I could be able to help buy or sell a home, I'd love to. What I've been doing for 30 years, 20 plus years, almost 30 years, and I love doing it. I'm passionate about it. I just struggle every morning getting up, making the phone calls, and talking to people who I'm battling it out on the phone with. They don't want to pay the real estate fees. They want to keep them in their pocket. That's their equity. Here again, as much as I'd love to say, yes, that's your equity, I want to be able to say, that 6% real estate fee needs to stay in the home. And yes, you could sell it by your own and you keep it. It's still going to go on need with buyers. When they buy that home, they've bought that home with 6% real estate fees in the price that they paid for that home. Anyway, love to be able to share this. If you got some other friends or family that could use my services, I'd love to be able to help them. Got anybody looking to move within an hour of Utah or Salt Lake City, please reach out to me, 801-636-2697. Get back with you later.